All right, Eric, thanks. An open discussion tonight about xAI's presence in Southaven. Action News 5's Garner Montgomery live with this story now. Garner, tonight's hearing mainly focused on the use of dozens of turbines to provide power to a data center in Memphis, right?
That's right, and every person at that podium asked the Mississippi Department of Environmental Quality to deny or delay approval of a permit. Many of them described health issues they fear is caused by air pollution and the stress from the constant loud drone that plant is making.
Everybody in here who has either asthma or allergies, please raise your hand.
A common testimony at Tuesday night's MDEQ public hearing. Stories of increased asthma and respiratory symptoms since the Duke power plant in Southaven was purchased by xAI.
My husband's asthma and COPD type symptoms and coughs have significantly increased.
And now I deal with a persistent cough and a prolonged irritation that coincides directly with the operation of this ramping up.
xAI's affiliate company MDEQ Tech is requesting a permit for 41 natural gas turbines to power their Colossus II supercomputer in Whitehaven. But the Southern Environmental Law Center claims the plant already has 27 turbines in use.
These decisions were not made publicly or with any input from the people who live here and breathe the air. Why should we trust MDEQ to follow the laws set forth when they already believe themselves to be above it?
Dozens of public commenters took to the podium, each one asking MDEQ to deny xAI the permit, claiming the company is undervaluing the amount of air pollution transmitted by the turbines.
This analysis most likely underestimates the total impact. It only evaluates the long-term average PM 2.5 exposure and does not include additional pollutants like formaldehyde.
With residents living half a mile away from the plant describing a constant roar ranging from 40 to 60 decibels.
This is heard at night. I'm trying to go to sleep. I'm hearing when I wake up. It's causing loss of sleep. I have headaches. My ears now ring.
And one thing that's absolutely important to note, during this hearing, there were no members of the permit board there, the people who will decide whether to approve this permit for xAI. However, a board of MDEQ department heads will review all comments tonight before deciding to approve or deny these permits. Reporting live in the newsroom, Garner Montgomery, Action News 5.